Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Monday, 11th September 2017. I am Pamela Diaz. Participants of the Technical and Vocational Education Training TVET program on Nevis may soon be able to benefit from 6-month certification courses from Taiwanese specialists. Minister of Foreign Affairs in the federal government and Deputy Premier in the Nevis Island Administration NIA, the Honorable Mark Brantley, stated that during his trip to Taiwan, improvement on the program was a major topic of discussion.
We focused really on vocational training because we see that there's a need for many of our people, particularly our young people, to be trained. Taiwan has an amazing program where if you're unemployed, you are automatically enrolled into one of these vocational schools. And some of their vocational schools are large. We went to one which houses 1,200 students. They have dormitories. It's like a campus. And there they teach things like auto mechanic, air conditioning, electrical, plumbing, the works. And so we are now discussing with them the possibility of getting our students there on 6-month certification courses, and in the fullness of time, them helping us to set up our own vocational school here and to send trainers.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, welcomed the possible partnership.
One of the things that we explored was the possibility of having some type of exchange. We are thinking of more short-term training, 6 months in the first instance, where either our vocational professionals who are working in the schools, whether they would go to Taiwan for that training or Taiwan would send their experts here, and we could have the experts teach our teachers in the vocational areas. And they were very receptive to the suggestion, and we are looking forward for something like that indeed happening in the not-too-distant future. I think that is something that would greatly enhance our TVET program.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs led a delegation which included Minister of Agriculture in the NIA, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Nicole Slack-Liburd, Minister of Health in Agriculture and the Federal Government, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, and his wife, Mrs. Hamilton. The focus of the delegation's trip to Taiwan was on improving and strengthening ties in the education, healthcare, and agriculture sectors. In response to the call of assistance by islands who have been severely damaged by Hurricane Irma last week, the Empire Sports Club earlier today donated 12 cases of water in an effort to assist persons in need. President of the Empire Sports Club is Eric Evelyn.
The Empire Sports Club, we have decided to contribute to the effort. I must say that members of the club have already donated individually, but we as a club, we have decided to donate. And so this morning we have donated 12 cases of water for the relief efforts to St. Martin and Anguilla. It is incumbent on all of us as a people to reach out and assist those who really, really desperately need our help at this time.
Evelyn pledged the club's commitment to continue to assist the relief effort and encouraged persons to assist in any way that they can.
In future relief efforts, we will be there again to continue to assist. Our club members have pledged to donate money towards the effort. This one was a club effort, and we will have more club efforts in the future. Once we have boats leaving for the neighboring island, I would encourage other persons on the island to do likewise and to assist our brothers and sisters in the neighboring islands. They do need our assistance and our support. It will be a very long time before they're back on their feet, and it is very, very important that we do whatever is possible to assist them in any way possible.
The president also commended the NIA, private businesses, and individuals who have donated to the affected islands. Still to come, national church organizations in St. Kitts and Nevis host prayer service tomorrow. The details when we return.
Uwali, the queen of the Caribbean, bathed by its crystal shores, is the Caribbean's best-kept secret. Nevis is known for its rich culture, which remains entrenched in the island's everyday life. We boast of having the Caribbean's greatest summer festival, Culturama. The birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, my little 36 square mile island, is the home of the Bath Hotel, which is the first built hotel in the Caribbean. Don't forget to take a dip in the therapeutic Bath Springs. Take a few minutes to trot down to the ever-famous Sunshine's Bar and drink a world-renowned Killer Bee. Live Nevis naturally by exploring the magnificent waterfalls and hiking to the top of our 32 Nevis Peak. Our lush vegetation and landscape deems a visit here the perfect escape. Nevis, Queen of the Caribbees.
Welcome back. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, and his team Unity Government reached out to the private sector over the weekend to organize the transport of relief supplies to the neighboring island of Saba. In a press release issued by SKNIS, Mr. Reginald Francis, owner of St. Kitts Marine Works Limited, explained that all of the vessels that are taken out of the water for storage are stored by my boatyard, and repairs of major vessels are also done here. They need major vessels to go to the neighboring islands, and because of that need, they contacted me to find out when those vessels would be going back in the water, and if I could coordinate with any of them to take water and supplies to different locations. Mr. Francis added that Vincent Perkins, owner of Islander Water Sports on Nevis, joined the effort by taking the donated water on his way down to Saba. Perkins also offered 2 of his boats to transport the supplies to Saba on Sunday, September 10, 2017. The supplies consisted of 3 pallets of water provided by the St. Kitts Bottling Company Limited. Captain Kayode Sutton explained that the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force provided the trucks to transport the water from the factory to the pier, and also the manpower to take them on and off of the trucks and load them onto the boats before they set sail for Saba. The National Church organizations in St. Kitts and Nevis, in collaboration with the Ministry of Ecclesiastical Affairs, will host a service of prayer, praise, and thanksgiving tomorrow, Tuesday, 12 September. The services will be hosted at the Wesley Methodist Church, Seaton Street in St. Kitts, and on Nevis at the Charleston Methodist Church at 6 p.m. A release issued by the St. Kitts and Nevis Christian Council, the St. Kitts and Nevis Evangelical Associations, along with the Ministry of Ecclesiastical Affairs, stated that the service is being hosted in observance and celebration of the 34th anniversary of independence and in gratitude to God for his protection from our recent hurricanes. The public is invited to join the church community in prayer, praise, and thanksgiving. Coming up in the regional news segment, Antigua-Barbuda government reviews new education strategy for relocated Barbuda students. The details when we return. Stay tuned.
Come celebrate St. Kitts and Nevis's 34 years of independence from September 1st to September 30th. Youth, vision, integrity, securing our nation's prosperity.
Welcome to the regional news segment of the Nevis Newscast. Let's get started in Guyana. There are allegations that Guyanese police may have been involved in the discovery of a mysterious Brazilian plane on an illegal airstrip last month. Minister of State Joseph Harmon confirmed that there is some information that is suggesting a certain level of collusion, and that information is being taken very seriously. Demerara Waves Online quoted sources who claim that as much as $48,420 might have been involved in the transaction. However, Harmon stayed clear of reports that police were paid money by 3 men who fled the Beechcraft King airplane at North Runpanini. Although no one has come forward to claim the Beechcraft King airplane registered to Brazilian Bank Banco Bradesco. A local contractor was arrested and a backhoe seized in connection with the incident last month. Police reportedly interrogated the contractor and others about the leveling of the 5,000-foot-long area where the plane landed without permission. The government has expressed deep concern about the number of illegal airstrips across the country, and Minister Harmon disclosed that the Guyana Defense Force would soon be equipped with drones to help monitor the country's airspace that would allow the security forces to cover greater ground, which reduce the number of troops or personnel that might have to use on the ground. The Dominica government is contributing $40.5 million towards the construction of a geothermal plant and is seeking to raise the additional funds from various sources, a project that is expected to reduce the country's dependence on fossil fuels. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit said that the funding will include 30 million EC dollars from Britain, 5.4 million EC dollars from New Zealand, and also 5.4 million EC dollars from SIDS-DOC, an initiative among member countries of the Alliance of Small Island States to provide the small island developing states with a collective institutional mechanism to assist them in transforming their national energy sectors into a catalyst for sustainable economic development and help generate financial resources to address adaptation to climate change. Skerrit noted that the environmental and social impact assessment for the geothermal project is ongoing in the Ruzu Valley. The designs for the plant are progressing and should be completed by the third quarter of 2017. Dominica has also applied for grant funding from the United Arab Emirates Caribbean Renewable Energy Fund and is expecting between 8.1 million EC dollars and 13.5 million EC dollars to fund a battery storage system to be used on the national electricity grid. Skerrit said funding for this project will also be obtained from the World Bank in the form of a loan of 16.2 million EC dollars at a high concessionary rate of 0.75% with a 10-year grace period and 44-year repayment plan. And finally, the Cabinet of Antigua and Barbuda, having received an assessment from local officials of the current conditions on Barbuda following the passage of Hurricane Irma, has decided that no decision can be made at this time regarding the opening of schools on the island. Following a special cabinet meeting late Friday night, it was directed that a plan be formulated immediately to integrate the over 500 students from Barbuda into the public school system in Antigua. The cabinet also agreed to commence consultations with the people of Barbuda and stakeholders on Monday, during which Barbudans will receive an update on the current situation on the island and given the opportunity to be involved in the decision-making process. The cabinet said it remains committed to the education of the children of Barbuda, the rebuilding of the island, and most importantly, the welfare of Barbudans and Antiguans. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Pamela Diaz. Thank you for viewing.